everyone, what we got going on today is delicious Swedish potato sausage. If you've never had potato sausage before, this is going to be the one that you're going to want. It works well with a lot of meals. It's delicious, so easy to make. You're going to love it. What do you say we get to it? All right, for this recipe, what we're going to need is 2 pounds of beef, 2 pounds of pork, and 2 pounds of potatoes. I am using russet potatoes. It works well for me. It works well for this recipe. It never fails. All right, one of the first things what I like to do and to get started is I want to wash these potatoes and I want to start peeling them. I like to boil them for about 10 to 15 minutes until the fork penetrates into it. You don't want it too soft or anything. You want it a little firm. And then from there, I'm going to let it cool off because you don't want to grind anything and then mix in all the meat and everything with a warm product. Okay, to get started on the onion, what I like to do is I like to finely chop them. And then from there, we're going to saute them over a little olive oil on a medium heat until they're transparent and a golden brown. After that, we're going to grind everything with the potatoes and the onions together. Okay, for the sausage recipe, we're going to be using a 3/8 or 10 millimeter grinding plate. It works well. We're going to go with it. All right, let's get this assembled. Just taking a little bit of fat. I like to lubricate it a little bit, and I just feel a little bit better doing it this way. This way, it's not metal on metal all the time. I like to run it through the plate as well. Usually, you can see like a little ring on your plate. I like to stick to that side as well. That's from the knife when it's rubbing up against it. And there, I'll also rub a little bit of the fat on the knife, and then gonna go ahead and assemble it. So I like to put it up on a 90 right here. This way I'm not damaging too much and it's not banging. Slowly release it down there. Then from there, I'll just put the knife in and then I'll put my plate. Making sure I have the right way. And for assembling the retaining ring, you don't want it to go on too tight. Like in some of my other videos, I explained that if it's too tight, you're going to see like a grayish smear there. Just back off the ring a little bit. All right, that's pretty good. Not overly tight. Put it in there, give it a little twist. There's like a little notch there as well. And there we go. That's it. Let's get going. Okay, I already went ahead and started cubing up our beef and our pork. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run the potatoes through the grinder. And after that, we're going to follow by the pork and then the beef. All right, we're going to start off with the potato. We're just going to dump it all in here. And then from there, we're going to turn her on. Get a stomper ready. There we go. All right, next I'm going to grind up the pork. And now the beef. Remember to keep your meat as cold as possible. I like to keep it around freezing mark, about 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees, 32 to 36, 38. As cold as possible, whatever you can. And there you have it. All right, we got our spices ready. We got our ice cold water ready. It's time to start mixing. Salt. White pepper. Black pepper. Caraway seeds. Allspice. Nutmeg. Binder. I like to give it a little light mix here. This way I can get some of the spices all the way at the bottom, and then right after that we're going to add some water in. We're going to give it a real good mix from here. All right, now we're going to add the ice cold water, and what we're going to do next is we're going to give it a really good mix. We want to make sure all the ingredients are mixed really well into this meat. All right, what we're looking for is a good protein extraction. A few more minutes and I think we're good to go. Actually, you know, that's looking really good right now. All right. All right, don't forget, one of the most important steps is trying out your product. Something could be missing. You could add something at this point. Once you start stuffing it, it's late. So from here, we're gonna go make a little patty. We're gonna fry it up on a little olive oil. We're gonna see how it is. If the flavors are good, we're gonna go ahead and stuff it. All right, let's give these a shot. Smells good. Oh yeah, perfect, just the way you remember. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start stuffing. So what we're gonna be using today is 32 to 36 millimeter natural hog casings, and everything should be chilled right now. So we're gonna go ahead and load up our stuffer and get going. All right, one of the things I like to do when I'm loading up my stuffer is I like to launch my meat right inside to avoid any kind of air pockets. And I'll then from there, I'll push it down as much as I can. And why don't I just show you? So I usually like to take like a football size. And then from there, extract it. Usually works better with two people, but boom, like that. And then from there, I'll push it in as much as I can. And I'll repeat it with another size. Launch it in. Try not to make a mess. And repeat. Like that. And we're good to go. To get out more air, what I like to do is I like to put my thumb right here and just provide a little bit of a back pressure. Once I see that air coming out and a little bit of a piece, I know we're good to go. So I'll apply a little pressure right here and pretty much just let the whole casing just take itself. All right, to form the links, I like to do it a certain way. I know there's a couple ways to do it. What I do is I just basically pinch it and I rotate one direction. I'll pinch it again to another length. I'll rotate the next direction, and I'll just keep repeating it. So pinch, rotate, pinch, rotate the other direction. What I'm going to do now is basically I'm going to put them on a tray and give them a flash freeze for a couple of hours before I start packaging. This way it holds its form. And there you have it. All right, and there you have it. I really like making this sausage. The Swedish potato sausage is so good. It's so simple. The longest thing is getting the potatoes to cool down and then grinding it from there. But other than that, the spices in it, it's great. Not too peppery. I love the allspice in it. It gives off such a beautiful flavor to it. And same with a little bit of extra nutmeg that I've added. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and make myself some dinner, fry some of these up, and hope you enjoyed it. All right, the way I like to make these Swedish potato sausages is I like to poach them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my water temperature around 170 to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm basically just going to put the sausages inside until it reaches about 155 degrees Fahrenheit. So I actually have a temperature gauge over here. So what I'm going to do is just put my probe inside there, right about in the middle. And from there, I'm just going to put it inside the water. Once those sausages hit 155 degrees Fahrenheit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a frying pan with a little bit of olive oil and wait till I get that nice crisp outer layer. All right, we just hit 155. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and fry her up. If you like what you see, hit that like and subscribe button. Wouldn't want you to miss any of my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.